going to take a look at a quick wrist warm-up that I've been using before my handstands. So here we're locking the elbows and we're just going to perform backwards and forwards rocks, keeping the arms straight and taking the shoulders forward of the fingers. I typically perform around about 10 of these. So get to the end of doing 10 reps, I'm just going to hold in the stretch position roughly 10 seconds. Once I've done that, I'm going to try to contract the fingers as if I'm gripping the ground. So isometric contraction, gripping the floor, holding for 10 seconds. Then I release that and I try to go forward. So it's a PNF sort of stretch. From here, I'll take the fingers to the side, just do a few side to side rocks. Again, keeping the elbows locked. You can start to move the hands in a little bit closer. I often start to do some circles, 5 in one direction. I'll typically switch and go 5 in the other. And I'm trying to increase the range of motion in those circles, so start to make them bigger. How far can I push the shoulders over the fingers? Just doing that, I'll turn the fingers to face me. Again, keeping the elbows locked, and I'm just going to start to sit back and try to feel a good stretch down the front of the forearm there. It doesn't really matter if the palms lift off the ground just a little bit, but I'm keeping them as close as I can. Now I'm going to start to bend the elbows and bring the elbows back in towards me. I'm allowing the palms to lift up, but I'm starting to get a little bit of finger extension there and stretch out the muscles in the hands. Shake off the wrist just a little bit. Now I'm just going to do one hand at a time, and I'm sort of pulling and gapping the wrist and then leaning forward. I'm using the opposite hand just to keep pushing down there. So I pull away and gap, lean forward, pull away and gap, lean forward, doing roughly about 10 reps. Then I'm going to stop, and again I'm going to grip the ground, so I'm squeezing my fingers into the floor nice and hard, holding that for roughly 10 seconds, PNF stretch, and then sinking a little bit deeper. I'll move my hands over the first knuckles, and then I'm just going to do up and down, keeping the first knuckle on the floor, keeping the elbow locked as much as I can, and again stretching out the hand. So switch, do the other side. Again, a little bit of gapping by pulling away and then leaning forward. Each time trying to take the shoulder a little bit further forward. Again, we do an isometric hold. And again, I'm gripping the ground, squeezing the fingers into the floor nice and hard. So contracting the muscles in the hand, relaxing a little bit, trying to do that PNF and take a little bit further. The hand goes over the first knuckles or just over the fingers. Again, trying to keep the elbow locked. Raising up and down, shake off the hands, and there you go.